analyze the kind of data using a CMS, or what all we can do it, like the kind of alignments and we can do using Experience Cloud and the like the builder and workspaces. So coming to the first page, so what is Experience Cloud? So many of you have heard regarding the Experience Cloud. Like in 2021, it was renamed to Experience Cloud, but previously it was Community Cloud. Even the certification was named as Community Cloud, but now it is renamed to Experience Cloud. So it's nothing but your cloud-based platform that helps your businesses to connect your with customers, partners, and employees. Coming to your customers, for example, if I take an example of a Flipkart or Myntra or an Amazon, you act like a customer and you just log in and review all the products listed down. If you just search any of the products, for example a bed or anything, you'll get a list of product that is nothing but your site. You are just logging to a particular URL. You just search Flipkart or Amazon to view that particular site, and the moment you log in you become as a customer. But if you just go to that link and you don't log in, you act like a guest user where you don't have a proper access. You can just view the product, but you cannot add it. So that will come like you're a guest user. If you want to be a customer, you can be like, if you log in you become a customer. For a partner comes in like, because if you just place your product in any of your site, you act like a partner. You become like a reseller or a distributor for that particular site or a particular uh, retail market kind of thing. For employees, what I think is like, if you can see my screen, I have mentioned that timesheet management. So for an employee, like we as an employee, so serving an organization, what we do is like we uh, give our efforts on a particular timesheet to a particular site. So in that case, Experience Cloud comes into picture, where it acts like, you can fill your timesheet, and you can do multiple operations. And it Experience Cloud helps you connect with your partners and even the customers as well. And for example, if you view any product and if you buy any product, you can just check with the reviews, like what is the feedback of that product. So it's like a customer is like getting connected to that customer and checking the reviews, like what is the exact feedback of that particular product. So it is like scaling your the product, and it is like giving you the next level experience. So that is what it does. So so what we can do is like it enables the customer branded communities, and you can use multiple custom themes also. Experience Cloud give you the leverage to use custom themes. You can use those components based on your experience and based on your requirement, based on the business or client does, and even enhance the productivity and collaboration for your customers, partners, even the employees. So till here, anyone have any questions or any doubts? Guys, you can speak up. It's fine. I know it's my first time, but you can speak up and we can discuss on this. No problem. Anyone, any questions?
Harshit,
Yeah.
because mm, participants cannot have access to the enable audio and
Okay.
video.
Okay. Fine.
So
Okay.
if you want, I can enable all of the participants.
You can. Yeah. Sure.
Uh,
No problem.
Give me a moment. I will enable for all of. No, Trailblazers, I'm going to enable for all of your audio and video settings. Now you can, if you have any question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask. So I'm going to update all of you as a presenter. So let's make it as an interactive session.
But guys, do please unmute like once your question ends, because
Yes.
it may disturb others, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. So guys, any questions? If not, then we can proceed ahead. You can speak up if you have no questions. Then
No questions. As of now, it's good.
okay. So I'll proceed to the
Hi,
next.
hi, hi,
Okay.
Harshit. I do have a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. So, like as I can see on your screen, you are saying that experience cloud is for customer, partner, and employee.
Hmm.
Can you give you a brief difference between all threes,
Okay.
like how they are related
Mhm.
to that particular site that you are referring?
Okay, so what? So if you have heard properly, I mentioned that we have a three. I'll take an example of a Flipkart or a Myntra. I'll take an example of a Myntra. When you log in as a customer, you get an access to add the item to a cart. You can do a payment. You can even like add your product into a wish list. You act as a customer, right? Once you log in it, this is your customer. Second part is your partners. Partner is nothing but your reseller or distributor who upload their product to that website, to that particular portal. That is your Myntra or a Flipkart or any other platform. Okay, that is your partner. So they can just and if you just, for example, if you go or buy or a product, you'll get that information like what kind of reseller you can select to get that product, because different sellers have their own pricing, right? For a, like if I take an example of a marker, it gives you a different price for a different reseller, but by default, if there are no resellers, there should be one default reseller already selected. So this is your partners. So because if you buy the marker, for example, uh, for price of 100 rupees, they get a leverage of around 20 rupees if it costs for them as 80 rupees. So that is your partners. Customer is your, that you act like a customer the moment you log into that platform. Coming to employees, that your support agents or employees that works for their particular part. Like if that site fails, if it has any bug or something, for that employees has to take care or support agents has to take care. So they get the special login. Or the thing is, the moment you like load any case to them that my product is not yet received, not yet delivered, or I have an issue with that particular product, that acts like an employee. They get a particular login and they get into to your uh, to your particular account and check that what is the issue to your product. That is your employees. So this is the like the difference among them. I hope you got it right.
Yeah, yeah, Harshit, I got it. Thank you
And
for the
you're
explanation.
welcome. And coming to the data, like customers get the different kind of data. They get the kind of all access to the payment and everything, but you cannot track the other customers. That is the uh, the limitation they can provide. For partners is like they can only sell their own product. They can track, but they get limited access. For employees, they can just solve your particular issue. They can even track it. You can call them and you can get the update of your own product, but you cannot get into the detailing of that product, like what is the exact like you can track your things, but you cannot get more detailing to that particular product and what is the issue and what all, so this is all about the thin layer between among the three. Coming to the next slide, if no one has any other questions left. Coming to the type of users, as I mentioned, we have different type of user. Internal user is your the employees who check in and check like if it has failed or if it is working fine. If you take an example of a Salesforce company, the moment you log in the particular case, they can check and track and they can even connect with you, like what is the issue in that. External user is your uh, the resellers who just check in and load their products and give the pricing to that particular product. Guest user is us, who just get the limited access. If you log in to that particular website, you'll get the access. But if you log in as a guest user, like if I open an incognito mode and log in and just I search Flipkart or Amazon, I'll get a limited access. I don't get access to add my product to a cart. In that case, I need to log in and do the payment. So here I have taken an example of a Capricorn coffee. It's kind of a CRM data, and it makes use of different objects, that your accounts, lead, opportunity, and cases. For this, we use some kind of license to provide, because for each and every object, you want some license, because license gives you the leverage to give the access to the multiple kind of objects. So we have three kinds of users. For every kind of user, we use a license, what kind of access and what kind of objects we can provide them. Yeah. So any doubts here, guys? Anyone, any doubts? If not, then guys, please speak up and so that we can move ahead.
No doubt, Harshit, we can proceed.
Okay. So coming to the first kind of user, that is your internal user. That can be your employee or within your organization. I just mentioned that if you log a case in Salesforce, it can be your employee who tracks your data and just connect with you to solve that issue. So internal user can be your employee or can be a person within that organization. Coming to the other kind of internal user, that is like as I mentioned, every kind of user provides with different kind of license, so that we'll discuss ahead. So here what we can I can see is we have a Salesforce. These are the license that we can use for internal users, that is your Salesforce. So if you guys remember, if you create an internal user like XYZ user, you'll use these kind of license that is given by Salesforce as default. Some there's a limit to each and every license, but in that case, if you want more, then you need to purchase it. So if you want, I can give you a demo. I'll show you how what exactly internal user looks like. So this is your classic mode. I'm just showing you.
Harshit, your screen is, I think, not visible.
Okay. Uh, my presentation is showing up, right, or not?
Yes, your presentation is showing, not the Salesforce class.
Okay.
Yeah, we are able to see Ashit. Yeah.
We are able to see.
Okay. Okay. So if you can see here, this is your community one. I'll show you the basic. Having Yeah, I'll show my user only. So here what I can see is, so for internal user what we need is Salesforce platform. If you go to edit, if you create a new user, you by default get these three options. So this is already created user. If you just create a new one, if I go save and new, like it's a very basic thing telling you, just for like a quick, won't take much time, it will take hardly a minute. So if you can see, we can get these options. Like I have my personal org here. If you go to a if you work on your company's project, you'll get these basic options: Salesforce platform identity only. So Salesforce is the license that give you all the privileges to each and every object, and kind of a system admin access. You'll get it. So this is how you'll get it. And internal user is only who can log in to your Salesforce and get the access there. Okay. Yeah. So, any doubts here in this slide? One more thing, like each and every license has the kind of limitations and kind of access. Like Salesforce has different kind of access. Salesforce platform give you different type of access, and identity only give you other type of access. And there are some other license as well, like community license, which give you access to the limited objects, that is your accounts, contacts. And there's a license with partner community which gives you access to the campaign lead opportunities. So each and every license has a different kind of access things related. So any if no one has any issues, then we can move ahead. Okay, I'll move ahead then. Coming to the second type of users is your external user. So if you can see, this is how a particular community looks like. We'll set up the community after this, after the slide ends. So for that we use these kind of licenses. Partner community, these are the users, but for license, it's sounds the same only. Partner community license, customer community license, and chatter. We have a license for chatter as well, and partner community do give you the access for chatter too. So this is how we have the external users here. So that is nothing but your reseller distributor. I just mentioned that only. So company's partner reseller distributor log into site to get the access to company's inventory, which is nothing but your adding the products, give the pricing and everything related to a particular product. Okay. So Any doubts, anyone here? I hope this is clear because it's a very basic thing here mentioned, like the users and what all things we can provide and what all things on what all products can be listed by a particular reseller or a distributor, kind of that. So, anyone, any questions?
I think we good. Harshit, we can move ahead.
Okay. So coming to a guest user, that is we as a customer. If I log into, if I not log in, if I just view any particular website, if I search Amazon or a Flipkart or Azure or any particular website without logging in, that is your third type of interaction. That is your guest user. So if you can see, if I just open my incognito mode and I'll just search, I'll get a limited access to each and everything. If you can see, guest user have a limited access to any object data, and it you can only browse the things, you can only check the products, check the pricing and everything, you can even check the feedback as well given by the customers, but you cannot add that product, or you cannot do the payment for that particular product. So you can see I've mentioned the examples as well here. So anyone browsing the contents of the site without logging in is your guest user. It's kind of a limited access. Okay. Coming to the license type, as I mentioned before, we have multiple license, but the major what we use is customer community license, customer community plus license, and your partner community cloud license. Okay, so these three license gives you the standard access to the objects, that is your account, contacts, opportunity, leads, campaign. But community cloud gives you the limited access. I'll show you the objects list of objects in the slides ahead. But here, what we do is for customer, we give to the B2C interaction, business to customer, where like a huge number of customers get access to the cases and knowledge base. So because each and every license has the limited access to the certain amount of objects. For and community cloud plus license give you the has a it's like a kind of a customer community experience cloud only, but if you it will give you the leverage of few more objects, that is your reports and dashboard. So if you can see here, it's mentioned as it gives you the access to the reports and dashboard, content libraries, and advanced apex and record sharing. So this sharing we'll also will discuss in yeah, later slides. Coming to the partner experience, it's this gives you the access to all over all the objects, even the custom objects as well, and it gives you the like a premium experience on everything. Like it gives you the access to your campaigns, leads, opportunities. If you can see, I've already mentioned here, and it gives you the access to read, create, and edit to the data, sales data, that is your objects data, and it also uh, set the choice for your business to business interaction. You can even like partner it basically terms that it's kind of a reseller and distributor thing. Like you can set your products, you can give the pricing and do the things to sell your products there, and you can even can set your distributor channels. Channels here nothing but your kind of a CMS data where you can provide your particular product, set your particular body or a description of that particular product, give the title, and through CMS you can organize your data. So that this is also we'll discuss and we'll set up. Okay, and rest are the basics or license that we use. That is your external app starter and the plus license, which will give you the access to your like customer loyalty and brand engagement, which has a limited access to your CRM objects. That is your account, contacts, opportunity, leads. These are the like standard objects given by Salesforce. And coming to the other kind of license, that is your external apps plus license, it gives you the highly customized experience, including your custom objects, external data, CRM that we already discussed, and file storage too. And this is how we can like manage kind of products we can show, kind of objects you want to show, that is your opportunity, leads, campaign, cases, account, contacts, and kind of objects we can play with using these licenses. But uh, if you have some of experience to the experience cloud, most of the uh, license that is being used by the clients is your partner community cloud license only, because it gives you the premium access to each and every object. So anyone have any questions? Is anyone any questions?
No, Harshit.
Okay, is anyone new to this Experience Cloud? Like I know most of the people know about this, but anyone who doesn't know about Experience Cloud?
Yes, sir, sir, I'm new to this.
Okay, okay.
Definitely, sir.
So like, did you heard about anything regarding Experience Cloud? Like what it does? What is the relevance of this?
Yes, like I work on Sales Cloud, so I have go through that site area where we can create site and all.
So have you
So
created any
and
sites before?
sorry,
Have you
can
created any site before? Like what all we need to do that?
just reading the trailhead and implementing those.
Okay, okay. So like you get any idea about the license that we use for each and every user?
Yeah, actually, I just used at that time the external user license that Salesforce already have in their Sales
Yeah,
Cloud.
these all are standard license given by Salesforce.
Yeah, so I just used this license, Lightning External App Plus license.
Okay.
So I created for my user only, but I'm not able to figure out that login part, like which user logs in, and I got to figure out the self registration part
Hmm.
where account get created and
Yes. Right.
yeah, but
So
I'm
the
not
for
able.
that what we do is like we first have to create an account, and you need to enable that account for a partner account kind of thing. That is already given by Salesforce only, and then you need to create a contact for that particular account. Account is nothing but your company. Company can be your ABC, and contact can be a user. Like my name Harshit can be taken as a contact, and if you enable that particular user, it will get eligible to create a community user. It will act like a community user. So in that case, you need to create a user record. So once you enable that, you have an access to get into that particular site, and you have to make sure that that particular profile should be added to that Experience Cloud administration. I'll show you that as well if you don't know about that. Okay, can I get your good name, please?
Yeah, so I'm Parvez Alam.
Okay.
Currently working in a organization, Alworks Technologies.
Okay.
I have 2 year experience in Sales Cloud.
Okay. Okay. I'll show you like what we exactly do and how we set up. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Hi, Harshit.
Yeah.
My name is Chandrika. Even I'm doing POC on Experience Cloud. Uh, right now, I'm working in Salesforce as a 1.5 year experience.
Okay.
And I'm doing POC, and I have created in Salesforce org only,
Mm-hmm.
in Sales Cloud only. Like I have enabled the digital experience site, and
Yes.
after that I have partner portal. I have
Okay.
created users, and I have enabled the partners. And after
Okay.
that I do have some doubts, and if you give elaborate explanation of it, it will be helpful for me.
Sure. Sure. Once we'll complete this session, then we can connect. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
yeah.
what is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Sure.
And will you
Mm.
provide this recording to, will you attach this recording to
Sure.
mail?
Satish will guide you on this.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you. Thank you so
Satish,
much,
can you
Harsh.
share this PPT as well to them?
Yeah, yes. We have on YouTube
Okay.
channel. Then we will upload in YouTube and we'll share your
Okay. Sure.
recording.
Okay.
And also,
Okay,
Chandrika,
okay.
we will discuss at the end of session. We will discuss your query, so everyone will
Sure.
know
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
whatever you want.
Satish. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Then I'll proceed ahead.
Harshit,
Let's
So
go.
coming to
I
yeah.
have one doubt. Can you go to the previous slide? Yes. So I wanted to know, is customer community plus login license the same as the customer experience cloud plus licenses?
No, no, it gives you the extra access to the objects. Like I already mentioned that customer community cloud gives you the basic access to the cases and knowledge base, but customer community has the plus. It's like a plus license that it gives you the access to cases and knowledge base as well, including the reports and dashboard too. Reports and dashboard content libraries. It's like a plus license kind of thing.
So
And
so
yeah.
yes. So when we had used customer community plus login, it is the user license type was customer community plus login. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
second one, right? You said the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
as the
second
second.
one. Right. Yes,
But
yes.
I think we could not access the reports and dashboards to that external user. Is that possible to display that on the external user? So we can see
Yeah,
in the second point, it
yeah,
mentions
it is
reports and
possible. I
dashboards.
think maybe some you are missing something, maybe a permission or something that we need to check for
Okay,
reports and dashboard. Because it's there. And if you use partner community license, it gives you the access to everything, report dashboard,
okay,
and you have to make sure that you should share that particular report or a dashboard to that community user or its profile, else it will not display. You have to make sure that only. I think there's some permission issue.
okay,
We need to
got it.
check that as well. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Ashit.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, I'll proceed ahead. Coming to the license matrix, I'll show you. I'll already mention that what kind of objects we can access there for particular kind of license. So for customer committee, we can access these kind of objects. Uh, for the customer committee plus, we can do access these objects. And for partner committee, if you can see, we can almost access everything, reports and dashboard. So uh, uh, someone who asked me the question regarding the reports and dashboard, if you can see, customer committee plus already has an access to reports and dashboard. So there may be some permission issue or something that you missed, so that we can check. Coming to the partner committee, I've already mentioned that we can get access to everything. It's kind of a premium kind of a license where you can get access to everything, including custom objects. Okay. Coming to channel account, you'll get access same to that. But I don't think we prefer more. We prefer more to partner community license apart from this channel account, and do same as for external apps. We do access for these objects, not these lead campaign opportunities, but we do get access to external objects and knowledge articles. Okay, so anyone any doubts here? I think we already discussed that, right? So we can proceed. Okay, so it's the same thing. Like this is your kind of a if you work on any project, you will get these kind of requirements. What kind of access you want to give? You need to let users log in. Like that is the like important thing, that we want external user to log in and get the access to that site, else it will breach the security. So that's how we use, like if it is a public or you want to give a login access to that particular content. If you give it a publicly, if you want everyone to log, if you want everyone to see the content without logging in, you don't need any license to show them. If you wanted a login, you have to create a particular account and then a contact, and then you need to enable them as a community user, provide that profile to that particular user in the builder, and then give them a login access. So if it is an employee, that is your for employee, we need different kind of a license, and if it is an external, we need different type of a license. So you can easily check like how we are bifurcating between the two. Okay, so for employees, we give access to them, and this kind of license we can use for them. And if it is an external user, that is your guest user, and they get access to these kind of objects. That is your, I think it's a partner user only. If you can see, partner community license, lead opportunity, and everything we can give access to. And based on the requirement, you have to give the access to each and every user, like what kind of license you can use and what kind of objects you can share. And for the sharing purpose, we use different kind of things, OWD, manual sharing, or we can use sharing sets or sharing rules to provide the access. So if you can see here, you want to give an access to reports and dashboards across all the accounts, you have to use these license. If you want the access to this campaign leads opportunities, you have to use this kind of license. If you want to use only cases, entitlements, and these kind of objects, you have to use these license. So this is how this license type matrix works, how you want your business to work or your client wants to see the particular site. So that's how we play with all the objects and license, and which kind of user wants which kind of object access and sharing. For that, we use a kind of a sharing, and to let user access to that particular site, we use license. So that's how it works. The kind of like types of licenses and everything. Okay, anyone any questions here? No, then we can move ahead. Okay, so again we have a like a different difference between the two, customer and partner, and what we can do and what kind of access we can give, and what can we achieve using different kind of license. For customer community, it's kind of a B2C, and partner, it's kind of a B2B we can use, and what kind of objects you can use for each kind of license. So you can see it's a business to customer experience with large number of external users, for which we, for here we have a business to business, and the kind of objects we can share. So coming to the next slide, these kind of objects we can use for kind of a community. For partner, we can use these kind of objects, and these are the internal users. And for external, we have to create a contact and then enable them as a community user and give the access. Okay, coming to the portals, self-service portal is nothing but your agents, and like they give you the uh, case resolution, what kind of issue you have with the particular product, they give you that. Partner portal is nothing but your the external user or a reseller or distributor who give their products and align the data, what kind of UI you want as per the requirement given by client. For that, we use a partner portal. Customer portal is nothing but us that acts like a customer to the particular website. That is your, that any kind of license or a hospital, if you view any of the websites, for that we use customer portal. So that's kind of these other types of portal that we use in daily life. Like customer portal is your Flipkart. Partner portal can be your, for resellers. We give them a partner portal access where they can list down their products. Self service is your the for support agents. We give them their platform where they can see the cases and resolve them. If you can just check the definition for each and every portal, you will get an idea, allowing them to resolve your inquiries without contacting a customer service representative. You just provide a description, they'll get you. If they don't get, they'll do call you and get the details and work on it. For partner portal, they just get the access to all the products and give the pricing and log in via partner portal. The what we do is like the moment we log into Experience Builder, we act like a partner only, like not a partner. It's kind of a external user who get like a reseller. What we can say, we can align up the data, we can set the products, we can set up all the LWC components, and we can use CMS to arrange the data based on client's requirement. And for customer is like your guest user who get the limited access, and the moment they log, they get the access based on the license type, what kind of objects you have shared to them, what kind of data, and what all records they have created themselves for themselves, and they want to share with other team members. For that, we use sharing sets and sharing rules. Okay, coming, anyone any questions here in this slide? Okay, I'll move ahead. Okay, coming to the sharing part. Okay, so these are the ways that we use. As I mentioned, we use sharing rules, where sharing rules have two kinds of sharing based on the owner-based sharing and criteria-based sharing. Owner is like the moment you create a record, it's your ownership to share. You want to share your particular record to your manager or to your team lead or to your colleague. In that case, we use owner-based sharing. For criteria, we want to set a particular criteria. For sharing sets, we use different kind of sharing that is given by digital experience only, and it will work for them only. For example, if I as a community user wants to share my record to X person, so my account and my account is common between them, like my contact and that contact has the same count. So in that case, what we do, we use sharing sets, and it will give me the kind of access like read, write, or read, or kind of a different kind of access I can use. So for that, we use sharing sets. Sharing groups is like what kind of users you want to share. That can be your partner users, that can be your internal users. I'll show you that as well. Coming to OWD, OWD gives you the like what kind of objects you want to share. That can be your private, that can be your read only or read write, that kind of access. We'll get into this after the slides. Okay, so coming to the first one, the sharing rules comes like this. So coming to the sharing one, I have already mentioned that we have two kind of sharing that we do. That is your owner based and criteria based, and it is supported to these kind of licenses only. It's only supported for customer plus and partner community. That's why most of the company use customer community plus and partner community license to get access to everything, like kind of sharing that they can provide the to the particular user. So if you can see the example how it works. So its distributor is your nothing but your account, and how you share the particular record to your manager or a user. Okay, and reseller is like multiple companies, like that can be your like a SIM card. SIM card is your Reliance give you the SIM card for Geo. Okay, and for BSNL give you the same. So these kind of companies that will list, and we can share them based on the criteria or the owner based. What kind of sharing you want to give, and what kind of, like you have a particular role, and you beneath your role you want to share that a record your to that particular role. Like manager role have multiple type of managers are there to that particular role, you want to share that. So for that we use sharing rules. Like if there can, in this case it comes like criteria based sharing rules, where you can provide some particular criteria to share that. Okay. And the above one, this image shows that how you can provide the different kind of sharing. So it's like a low to, like it's like a bottom to top. So manual sharing, if you heard about manual sharing, what we do is, if you want to give the explicit sharing, like for example, if a issue comes up in future, a particular user wants access to a particular record. So in that case we don't go with the sharing rule, we go with a manual sharing if it is urgent or it is breaking something. So for that we use manual sharing. It's give you the high level of sharing where you can provide the read access or a read write access. Coming to the sharing rules, as we mentioned, we can give kind of sharings we can do. A role gives you the, if you share to a particular role, and the user beneath that role get the access to read or read write access. Coming to the OWDs, we have multiple objects including custom objects and standard objects. And what all we can provide is private, read only, read write, and for lead and case you can even give them the sharing as well. Like you can transfer your case, kind of that access we can do give for leads and cases. Okay. So in this slide, anyone any questions for sharing rules? If anyone, like any questions, or anyone facing any issues in sharing rules in their projects or something, can come up and tell me. Guys, any questions? If not, then let me know, please.
Yeah, sure. No, no question. We can proceed.
Okay. I think most of the people know about sharing rules because it's a very old concept, but we do need it in case of Experience Cloud. So coming to sharing sets, as I mentioned, you can just log into your account in your Salesforce developer, or you can go to setup and search digital experiences, and under settings you'll get this option sharing sets. I'll show you while we set up the community. Through this we can share the contacts, and you can even share the kind of a record from that. And this is how I told you that for a particular contact there should be common between the two, that is your related account. Like ABC account has, it's like a pillar between the two or a bridge between the two ends. So for that we use contacts related account, and what we are sharing is account. And what access we are giving is read write. So that particular contact can read and like make changes to that particular account. So in that case we need some bridge to get that access to that particular account. So this is the example that we are using here, that contact related account and particular account should be shared, and these kind of access that we can give. And if you can see, one sharing set per object. Like for a particular object, we can only give to an object and per profile. So these kind of objects that we support, data shared through sharing sets visible in reports and dashboard. Like what kind of sharing you use is reflected in reports and dashboard as well, because I think that's the basic. Because the moment you share a record, automatically it will implement to all kind of phases, right? And it supports account, asset, cases, contact, and customer object based on the, I think it's based on the license that you use. Okay. So coming to the second part, group that I mentioned, that these kind of groups that we use here, that if you can see, I've zoomed in, so you can see these kind of types you can use: public groups, partner user, portal roles, and everything. And if I for us, we use partner users because we want our external users to get the access. So in that case, this is the standard one that is given by Salesforce, that is your all partner users. So the moment you create your community user with the same profile, automatically they'll get the access to that particular account that we just discussed above through sharing sets. So the navigation is simple. You need to go to setup digital experience under sharing sets. You need to set that, activate it, and then you go to show group settings, and then activate that as well. You need to create that first, and based on that you can use that as well. Yeah. So this is an example for sharing groups. So these are the sharing groups. Like sharing group is nothing but your list of users or a different type of users. So these are the groups, and these are the users. This is the account. This is your contact, and this is your records. Okay. And if you can see, what we are doing is, we are for a particular account, we have three different contacts. For ABC is the company, and we have three users, three contacts, not a user. It's a contact only. And based on this, we are giving them the sharing to the multiple records. So through what we are doing is, we are giving them we are first creating the sharing set, where the main branch is your particular account, that is your company. So through this, we are sharing all the data, and we are making sure that these accounts or contacts account should be same. So what we are doing is, the account contact related account should match to the particular account ID, that is your this. So moment it get the access to all the records. Okay, so if you can see here, responsible for providing access to each other cases records associated to their accounts to partners. Partner is nothing but your this partner users. All partner user is your sharing group that you can use. You can even use your public group as well, because there can be a case where you don't want all partner users to get the access. You want some only to get the access. In that case, you can use public group, where you can set the different kind of users there. That is your internal user as well, external too. So these are the points that you can prefer while creating a sharing set. The sharing group is associated to a sharing set, and one sharing group for per sharing set, that because there should be a particular single sharing set to be created for a particular profile or a particular site. Same goes for the sharing group as well. And based on the access, you can get the access, right, read, write, or a read. So this is how we are sharing a case record via account. So you have to make sure that account should be, there should be a common junction, through that you can just share your records. So anyone, any questions in this slide? uh, if you have any questions, then if you have any queries on this, you can let me know, because I'll show you how it works, how we can create a sharing set and how we go about the sharing group. So any questions, guys?
Very good. Very good. That's it. We can go.
Okay, coming to the OWDs, I think we already discussed that. Kind of access that we can give them is private, read only, and read, write, transfer. Transfer works on only two objects, leads and cases. So this is how it works. If you give the private access, private only works is, if I create a record, the ownership will be mine, right? The owner ID will be mine, so it will be only shared to me only. So in that case, if you give it private, automatically you'll get access to your own records only. If you give a public read only, you'll get your record will be shared to each and every user, which is not correct as per today's scenario. So what we do is like we'll make sure that we'll make it private, and then we create a sharing rule based on certain criteria or a owner based criteria as well. If you want to share your record to your manager or a particular user, so in that case we use sharing rule. And for OWDs we can give the different kind of access based on your requirement, business requirement. Okay. So if you can see the third one, this is the example that we use for a private is your this user creates a record. The ownership will be his record, her record will not be shared to her this user. So this is how private works. And for public is like if for example if you open any product in Flipkart or Amazon, like anything like a mouse or a keyboard, that will be available to each and every user. So it's like a public access, not a private one. And if you, the private works is like the moment you add your particular product to your cart, that works like I'm giving you a real time example. That is your private, because I don't know what all product you have added in your cart. So it's like a private access. And public is like each and every product is available to all kind of users, even me, even you, and everyone. So this is how it works for public and private. And OWT makes sure that it works as expected, like what a business or a client wants. Coming to the CMS part, as I mentioned, we can organize our data and provide a particular image or a product and a description to a particular content and avail that product. And we have to make sure that we should publish that particular content to make it visible to a particular site. But the moment you get into a CMS, you get uh, you'll get the way to align your data the way you want to, and what kind of data you want to show to them. And you can create, manage, and modify the data. You can create a CMS, you can manage them the moment you want to, because a product uh, won't be there for a few for a lifetime. It changes by the time. So in that case you can manage and modify, you can make changes, and the moment you make a change, it will be reflected to all kind of channels. Like if a single dress is available in one of the platform, it should be available in different platform through different sellers, so they can make changes in their CMS and show up them. So it will be automatically available to different kind of channel, that can be through email or a Twitter or any of the, like through Facebook or through Instagram, you can fetch that data, and it keeps on changing. And there are different multiple steps to set up the CMS. We have a CMS workspace, we have a CMS content types to set, like what kind of art type of document you want to use. It can be an article, document, testimonial. That how we can use using CMS. And you can even use CMS via your LWC component. You can hit an API and get the data from there. So there are many multiple things that we will discuss in the next phase. But for now, like this is the basic that we know about CMSs. It's like you can create, edit, and organize your data. You can publish it and you can show it anywhere in your site. So the basic is you have to set your workspace, that your CMS workspace, set the channels, and you can even set the like kind of users you want to show that CMS to. So it's nothing but your contributors. And you need to set up a channel. Setup is nothing but your a site channel, a site you want to show that CMS to a particular site. So in that case you have to avail that particular site. And we have one catch there. The catch is, the moment you create a site, you have to make sure that it should be a LWR site, LWR enhanced site. I've already mentioned here. Before setting up the CMS, you have to make sure that you should set a LWR enhanced site, because the CMS content only works for that only. Else it won't work. Like if you want to create a CMS and you want to you for example you create a different content type, that is your article, and you want to show up there. So it won't show up there for enhanced one. Like for a Aura one, we have two kind of site that we can build, is LWR and the other one is Aura. I'll show you after this slide. So that's how we use the CMS and show up there. So anyone, any questions here?
Hi, Arjun.
Yeah, hi. Tell me.
Regarding the sharing set, can't we do the same with the permission set? And does it include the package objects to
Your voice is very
distinguish the
feeble. Can you
objects and
come
other?
again, please?
I have put the same function in the chat if you are not able to.
Okay. Okay, let me check. What is your question?
I'm saying that does the sharing side include the package objects also?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Harshit, she asking the
Yeah.
sharing settings. Yeah. Does it also include some manage package objects also? That's what we want to know.
No, no. I don't know your name is, but the
The
thing
questions
is
from
for sharing.
Safura Agamat, the questions from. Can you scroll up?
Okay, got it. Okay, so
Scroll up.
Safra, what the thing is, you can only use objects or custom objects for sharing, because for a sharing you need an object. But if a managed package gives you an object, you have to make sure that it gives you that access to that particular object. And if you get it, then you can do it. But for managed, we need to check, because if that managed package give you the particular object, and you need to make sure that you give that access to that particular profile. Only then you will get it. You will get the access and you can share that. So I think that this works, but you need to check it once.
Mm, I think Harshit, manage basis everything defined, so we cannot do anything. That's what.
But if it contains an object, like there
Yeah.
can be a case,
If
because
there is a
I
manage, if you are buying app exchange product for the community purpose, now they have
yes.
defined everything in and out. We don't do it. We can't do anything within the managed package. If in case the object include a
No,
managed package, now we cannot able
no,
to.
but she's saying that we can use an object given by managed package. She's saying that, right?
Yes, but
So I think that in that case you need to give that permission, and then I think we can use. I'm not saying that we can change managed
yes,
package
I'm not.
data.
Yeah,
That we cannot. That's it's obvious.
yes, maybe.
And the other thing is, if you want to create a custom content, custom CMS content type, so in that case we need a package that is your CMS content manager types. That is your package given by Salesforce only. So that you need to install it from App Exchange, and then only you can create a custom one. So that's how it works. So I'll show you how to set up the the site Salesforce. My screen is visible, right? My org is showing.
Hi Arshit.
Yeah, hi, tell me.
Yes, I am not visible your screen.
Okay. Is it same for everyone?
No,
We can see your
I can
screen,
see.
Arshit.
Yeah. Now visible.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So I'm going to all sites. Okay. Before that, I'll show you what all we need before setting up the site. Okay. So first one is we do have to enable the site, enable the experience site in order to get everything. Before that, after you enable that, you need to make sure that you set your domain for that. Domain is nothing but your URL under which your site works and shows up the data. So you need to go to my domain. Domain is not your this URL. So this is how it works, custom domain URL, because the moment I'll show you a sample site, its URL sounds the same containing this URL. If you go to this URL, you can see this URL, it uses this URL for each and every site. Okay. So you need to make sure that you set up your domain which should be unique, because we have already given functionality which checks that the domain is available or not. And your domain partitioning is, I think it's a new feature given by Salesforce, where you can it only available in developer orgs, and where you can like use the different kind of URL to give a partition that this kind of website we can use for our site. So there can be option you can use as per your business requirement. So domain is done. After that, I'll show you how we use the sharing set and sharing groups. Okay. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll get this sharing set. Okay. Go to the new one, and if you can see, you can use the profiles. You can use the partner profiles, customer profiles, any profile to give the like what kind of profile is a particular community user is using, that you can avail here, and you can use what kind of object you can use. So I think I've already used account before, so I think that's why I'm not getting that option here. So you can use any other object as well, like case. And after that, the moment you get it, you need to specify some criteria here. Yeah. So I think the mapping is not configured. So I'll take contact. Okay, let's set it up. Okay, for a contact, if you create a particular community user, I hope most of you know that a particular user has an access to a contact, that is your community user. So for a user, you can use contact as well, even your account also is the one of the privileges that you can access to. So I'll show you one community user from my end. So you can see, this is the community user. You don't get login access here, because the moment you create a community user, you lose the access as an internal user. You have the access to a community here. Okay, so you will get an access to the contact ID, even the account ID, that is your contact.account ID. So here you can configure your contact that my contact should matches with particular ID or account, or you can use account ID as well, contact.account, or you can easily get the account as well. That is given by Salesforce the moment you activate the community user, and you can give the access level here. Okay. So the moment you configure it, I'll take the ID, the access, okay, and save it. And then you need to make sure that what kind of user you want to share with. Okay, so save it. Again, I'll go to digital experience team. Okay, it's the test case. I'll go to sharing group settings. So if you can see what all settings or what all groups I can set here, I'll go to edit. So you can see I can get these kind of options here that I showed you on the slides as well. Public groups, partner rules, users, everything. So you can use partner users, because for now we are using partner users, community users, and you can use this as well. Like if you want to share that particular sharing set, you want that particular sharing for a particular user, so in that case you can use a partner user as well. If you want to use partner user, I think partner user is not showing up here, so you can use that as well. If you want use yeah, if you can see, it's kind of a public group only, all partner users. So this gives you access to all kind of community user, but if you use any custom group like a public group where it contains a combination of internal plus external, that is your community plus internal users, in that case you can use public group like this, and you just have to give the access and save it. Automatically it will give you it will check this criteria, what all criteria is used. If you can see, contact user contact should match with the particular contact ID. The moment it get the access to edit the contact or make changes to the contact, make sure it edits the contact only, because the object that we use here only works for the sharing part, and based on the group it will only share to this public group only, or any X group you give the access to. And this is your community user. Now we'll go to set the site. So you just have to go to the digital experience if you are new here. It will give you all the options, theme, templates, pages. So I'll go to all sites and I'll create new one. So we can see framework is Aura. So you have two options. If you want uh, the enhanced CMS to show up there, so you can use enhance as well. You can see enhance is there, Aura is there. This symbol shows Aura, but if it is like this enhanced as a label, so you can use as this as well. So while creating an experience site, you'll get different templates based on your requirement. But as per the best thing that we use is build your own. That is your LWR, Lightning Web Runtime. So this give you a privilege to set your website on your own, whatever you can use, what you can do and you can play with. But if you use a particular template, you are bounded to that template and you have to use that no matter what you do. So we use this only. So I'll build that. The moment you do get started, you have to provide a URL or a name. Your URL is nothing but your domain. I just showed you, right? So if you go to your my domain, this domain matches here. This one, dev ed my site. So this is the domain that we use, dev ed everything. You just have to make sure that your domain should be unique and automatically it adds up and it will show you here. You can see this is common. Okay. So you have to just set the name. If I just take it, so okay, same you have to just copy it and it should be in a single word. You don't have to add the space here. So this is how it works and it will take few minutes and it will work right away. And after the moment you create it, you will get multiple options. That is your builder, workspaces, guided setup, CMS, content management, and what all access you can provide through administration. So it will take few minutes. So this is how it works. I told you builder is nothing but it will give you a platform where you can customize your site. You can add a standard components. You can even add your custom component related to Aura component, LWC, and so you can even align your CMS as well. So if you can go, these are the pages, these are the components that you can set it up. So I can set everything. If you can search your CMS, you'll get an access to that as well. And yeah, these are the custom like standard components given by Salesforce, and this is the theme that you can set it up on your own because this is your build your own site. So this is how it works. So if you like, it's CMS is not showing up right now because we just created the CMS, and you have to create a new CMS and provide this website to the access, or you have to activate this. Then only CMS will come up here. So I'll show you that as well. So go to administration. Administration is like a core thing of our experience site where you can give access to a particular profile, and you can even check your all the contents. You can see you can activate it here. Go to the members. Yeah, so here if you create your custom profile having all the partner licenses, like for example, if I take example of partner community, you can your search your partner profile, whatever profile you create, cloning that, you can provide the access automatically. The moment you give the access, automatically you will get the access to that. So if I just refresh it, you have to create a account and then contact, and this is how you get it. If you the moment you click on login to experience, you'll get the multiple options. So currently it's not showing up, so I'll check the profile name first. So I'll search that profile. Okay, so this is the profile that I have. Okay, so what I did is the basic practice. What it does is you can use your standard profile, but there can be a business requirement where you just have to clone that particular profile and use it, because in that case only you can do the different changes or amendments to give the access to a particular object or the kind of access you can give through that. So the moment I give the access, I'll get an access to this profile, to this site. Shit. Okay, you can see I have created Salesforce community for myself. So the moment I gave the access here to the profile, you'll get the access here. So click on OK. Currently, I haven't set anything here for for showing up anything. So I think I need to activate it first. So this is how it works. Like the moment you activate it and log in it, you will get it. So so for a site, for setting up a site, this is how it works. Coming to the CMS part, you can go to Lightning Experience and search your CMS. Though you have to, if you are a first timer, you need to provide the access to each and every object through your profile. I already made the access, but I'll show you from basic. Click on home, like, or you can just search your digital experience home, because that is a default given by Salesforce. So just have to search digital experience home. It will give you the area for to set up everything, even a custom experience builder. You can create your own CMS workspace. So yesterday I created a CMS workspace for myself. So if you can see, this enhanced comes only when you create a enhanced LWR site. If I go to add workspace, I search sales. If I click on enhanced, you'll see an option. We created this, right, Salesforce, and before that we are, it is not showing up any LWR site with Aura framework, because all we have here is Aura framework thing here. You can see. Uh, yeah. So currently we created a Lightning framework, like a enhanced framework. That's how it is showing up like this, because the previous site that is already there uh, was under Aura framework. So if you just check, I'll show you once again. Go to all site, you'll get a brief everything. Like if you can see, Aura framework is Aura, and this one is LWR enhanced. That's why it's showing up this community here. So you just have to select next, finish. This will create your CMS workspace, and under this you can create your different content types. So if you can see, you can create your collection folder. Folder is nothing but your kind of a data. You can just create a folder, this kind of folder, and then you can just set your content. Go to contact. This article is coming from your the package that we downloaded from App Exchange. I'll show you that as well, how we did. Just have to go to installed package. You have to make sure that you should follow these steps in order to create a custom content type. Else you'll get a standard only. Standard means you'll get these three options by default by Salesforce. If you start from scratch, if you want article to be created, you have to download this CMS content package. I downloaded yesterday only. If you can see the date. So I just wanted to show how it works. So the moment you activate this, you'll get an option to you'll get an option as CMS content types. So you click it. I'll show you how I created that article type. So this article is coming from here only. So if you can see, these are already there. You can see the time as well. Last modified by. This was created by me yesterday. I'll show you how I did. You can place any type of label and the API name and the data type you can use here. The image, the name field, add node, everything you can do. Text area, image, URL, data, everything you can do. But on a, like, you can get a limitation here. You cannot set everything, but I think your requirement ends up here by using these kind of data types. This is how I have created article for this. Okay, so the moment you the what all fields you selected here for article, you'll get that only. So I'll create it. I think you'll get one more error the moment you set your CMS. You have to set your remote site setting as well for a particular link. I'll view that as well. So yeah, so you'll get the moment you create the new CMS type, you'll get one error that this URL doesn't exist. Please set up your remote site setting. So you have to copy this URL and create one remote site setting and activate it. The moment you do it, you'll get this page and you can set your own content type. And you can see I've taken title and image. The moment I took the article type, I'll get a title. These are default title, and this is the one that we created. And image is nothing but you can set your image from even CMS, or you can just create a new one as well. That is your from desktop, you can upload it and whatnot you can do. So this is how we set up a CMS. And from the in the next session we can set up the CMS in Insight, Experience Site. So anyone, any questions till here in CMS or in Experience Site or in any of the topics that we discussed? Anyone, any questions?
I think all good. That's it.
Like any one of you asked me questions regarding the site, right? I don't know the name. Can you come up and tell me your issue, like what all problems you faced
I
while
think that
configuring it?
I think she left. Harshit, I think
Oh,
she left. Right. So
okay, so anyone, any questions till here? If no one has any doubts, we'll set up the proper site using all the components CMS in the next session. So if anyone has any questions, please let me know.
Hi, Arshit, please provide this link also and the PDF also.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll see you all the slides. The
mm,
slide will be shared, and if you have any questions, you can ping me on LinkedIn. You can check here.
uh,
LinkedIn
guys,
URL is you can.
So where we can find this?
yeah, we
Slides
have.
will be shared by Satish. Yeah.
Yeah, I will send Harshit. I can go ahead. There is one. I have
Uh,
shared one group link in chat. So I will once the meeting and then I will share recording and also the PPT as well as you can find
okay.
the in that group.
Okay, okay. Good, Satish.
So,
Thank
so guys, you can refer these Trailhead links to if you want, if you are working from scratch, you can watch these videos or links to go through. You'll get an idea from scratch. Like if you have,
Hey, hi Ashit.
yeah.
Actually, I'm working on Experience Cloud and I have created some site for my client also. But
Okay.
when it comes to some advanced design and I want to learn something advanced, I didn't get any stuff online. So could you please help
Like
with this?
what kind of advance you want to learn?
Like when I'm creating any site with some advanced UI
Mm-hmm.
and some other features that are not available in our experience site, like I have used all the basic features that are available
Mm-hmm.
and using some component also with LWC,
Okay.
but in term of design I'm a bit stuck there.
Okay. So coming to design, what you can do is you can use a custom
Like,
component that is your LWC you can use.
yeah, but I
That
need to
is,
change some like the basic contact form and design
Mhm.
of header and footer
I
and
think
need.
that you can use it using custom component. The other ways you can use CMS to like leverage everything through that. I think that helps you.
Okay,
And if you want
we
to
can create
upgrade,
through CMS, right?
yeah, through CMS you can use because you just have to create an article or a document, and
Yeah.
then you can easily get the content from LWC, or you can directly use your CMS in website as well in that site. That you
Okay.
can use the other ways. You can use a custom LWC and you can use CSS or HTML to show up the UI. That is the like last option because to enhance everything, the moment the thing that we can use is your custom thing only, custom LWC, and through custom LWC as well you can use CMS. That also I can show you next time.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, if you need
Uh,
any help, you can ping me in LinkedIn. I'll help you. No
yes,
problem.
of course I will. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you again show me something, like if you again create any link in any class like this, then please,
Sure,
I
sure.
yeah, I wish to
I'll be
join
happy
that.
to help you. Let me know. Yeah. So you can ping me. I'll help you personally. Like you can
Yeah,
connect
thank you.
over LinkedIn as well. No problem.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thanks, Harshit. Thanks for the wonderful session.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
No
Yeah,
So,
problem.
thank you so much, Ashit.
Yeah.
guys,
Thank
and
you.
one more update. Here we see only the introduction of the Experience Cloud. We have planned to schedule another one session. It contains only full of demo only. So we will, I think we can accept the next week or maybe the next month, beginning of April. I will schedule and let you know. You you all will receive a email, and also I will update in the in that group only, Trailblazer group. So please keep following that group, which was I pinned in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much, Satish.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Happy weekend. Bye.
Thank you.